Have you ever wondered why you've always felt slightly out of sync with the world? As if your life was happening in one dimension while your awareness was quietly tuned to another? Most people suppress that question the moment it rises, but you didn't. You felt it echo through the edges of your mind, a soft vibration pressing from the hidden layers of reality, a subtle pull from a place your logical mind was never taught to recognize. And if you've always felt different, it wasn't a flaw. It was the quantum field trying to wake you up. And today, you will finally understand the truth your consciousness has been sensing your entire life. One silent breath, a second suspended between two worlds. There is a reason you never fit into this world. And once you hear this, you will never be able to go back to the old version of yourself. For as long as you can remember, there was a quiet tension inside you, an unspoken awareness that something about your existence didn't match the shape of the life unfolding around you. While others moved through their routines as if reality were fixed and predictable, you felt an undercurrent beneath every moment, a hidden rhythm, a frequency whispering from beyond the surface, a vibration reminding you that what you see is only a thin veil covering a much deeper, much stranger truth. That feeling wasn't insecurity, it wasn't anxiety, it wasn't emotional fragility, it was perception, higher perception. It was your quantum consciousness expanding long before you had the language to describe what expansion even meant. While many people glide through their lives without ever questioning the nature of reality, you noticed what they ignored. You sensed the déjà vus that felt like memories from another timeline, the dreams that felt like messages, the coincidences that appeared with surgical precision, as if the universe were speaking directly to you. The moments where time stretched, slowed, or paused, as though reality were waiting for you to finally notice it watching you back. Those weren't accidents. They were signals, attempts from the quantum field to activate your subconscious mind, the part of you that remembers truths your waking mind forgot. Your difference was never an error. It was recognition. You were perceiving the hidden reality long before anyone explained to you that such a thing even existed, and that restlessness growing inside you, the quiet suspicion that your life didn't entirely belong to you, wasn't confusion. It was your spiritual awakening beginning, a shift in vibration, a rise in frequency, the first ripple of a transformation that has been unfolding beneath your awareness for years, because you are not simply a person trying to navigate the world. You are a field of energy interacting with a universe that responds to your vibration. You are a consciousness awake enough to feel the currents moving beneath ordinary perception. You are the observer and the observed, collapsing possibility into form with every thought you think, every intention you whisper into the hidden architecture of existence. Nothing you felt was random. Nothing you questioned was a mistake. Nothing in your soul was ever just imagination. From the moment you first sensed you were different, something ancient within you had already begun to awaken. Something vast, something timeless, something that refuses to let you shrink back into the version of yourself the world once expected you to be. And now, as you finally stand at the threshold of this realization, with the veil trembling just slightly, the only question that remains is whether you're ready to see what has been trying to reveal itself to you all along. Before we go deeper, if even one sentence already resonated with you, that's not random. That means your consciousness is aligned with this message. So pause for half a second and tap subscribe, because what you'll hear today may change the way you see reality forever. You didn't imagine it. That subtle feeling of being out of place was not emotional fragility. It was perception, a higher perception awakening long before you understood what consciousness truly is. The sensation of being different is one of the earliest signs of expanded awareness, a quiet indication that your mind was tuned to frequencies most people never learn to hear. Those who feel this way aren't broken or lost. They are vibrationally sensitive, influenced by currents of energy rising from the quantum field and brushing against the edges of their subconscious mind. According to theories of quantum consciousness by Penrose and Hameroff, certain minds can perceive patterns in the field before they collapse into visible form, which means your earliest awakening symptoms were not confusion but advanced quantum perception. Your sense of displacement was never a defect. It was a premature vibrational adjustment, an alignment happening before the world around you was ready to meet you at that level. Your mind was decoding information from the quantum field before the environment could reflect it back to you, which is why you often felt ahead, aware, different, even if you couldn't explain how. And as we move deeper into this journey together, Allow yourself to engage consciously, like, comment, subscribe, not as obligation, but as an energetic exchange that strengthens this community and expands the field we are co-creating, preparing you for what comes next. If you felt different since childhood, it means your consciousness was already connected to non-local information long before anyone explained what perception truly is. Quantum entanglement shows that once two systems connect, they remain linked beyond space and time, exchanging information instantly through a field that cannot be seen, yet shapes everything. Sensitive consciousness works the same way. You weren't reacting only to the physical world. You were reading subtle patterns of energy, interpreting emotional waves, intuitive flashes, and inner signals rising from the quantum field. Your thoughts, your feelings, your sudden insights were translations of a hidden reality moving beneath ordinary awareness. You didn't fail to fit in. The world you were born into was simply too small for a vibration already expanding into higher consciousness. Feeling disconnected doesn't mean something is wrong. It means your frequency is no longer compatible with the old version of reality you tried to inhabit. This mismatch is part of your quantum awakening, a sign that your subconscious mind is aligning with a truth larger than the structures around you. And if this is making sense, pause for a moment and comment, "I feel it," not as obligation, but as acknowledgement, a way for your energy to affirm the shift happening within you, strengthening this community and preparing you for what comes next. You are not breaking, you are realigning. What you're feeling right now is the natural friction that appears when your inner vibration rises beyond the identity you once used to survive. Every vibrational shift disrupts the subconscious patterns that defined your sense of self, and as those patterns collapse, it creates a strange emptiness, as if the old version of you is dissolving in slow motion. Your mind isn't failing. It simply doesn't recognize the new frequency taking shape inside you. This is why everything feels unfamiliar lately, why your emotions intensify, why time bends, why your sensitivity to subtle energy keeps increasing. You are moving through a consciousness shift, entering a level of perception where the hidden reality beneath your life becomes impossible to ignore. Synchronicities appear more often because the quantum field is adjusting your path, guiding you toward alignment with the energy you're becoming. And that sensation of not belonging is not a flaw. It is the transitional space between vibrational worlds, the moment when your old reality collapses before the new one fully forms. When your vibration rises, your old reality collapses first, and that collapse feels chaotic only because your subconscious is shedding identities that no longer match your expanding consciousness. If this resonates, if you recognize yourself in these awakening symptoms, share this video with someone who also feels different. It might be the exact message their mind has been waiting to perceive, creating a ripple of energy far beyond this moment as we step deeper into what comes next. You were never meant to fit into this version of reality. You were meant to outgrow it. Every moment of discomfort, every quiet night wondering why you felt separate from the world, every time you sensed life moving in one direction while something inside you pulled in another, was part of a deeper expansion you were never taught to recognize. You are a consciousness in constant evolution, shaped by frequencies the people around you could not perceive, guided by signals rising from the quantum field long before your logical mind had the language to explain what you were feeling. The life you lived as the one who felt different was not accidental. It was preparation. Your discomfort was the signal. Your sensitivity was the gateway. The call was always there, echoing in your subconscious mind, surfacing as intuition, synchronicity, dreams that felt more real than waking life, and moments of sudden perception where you saw through the surface of reality without knowing how. Now that your awareness is expanding, the pieces begin to align. The hidden reality you sensed your entire life is no longer hiding. You can feel the vibration beneath your thoughts. Sense the shift in your frequency. Notice the way your energy influences the world around you. What once felt like confusion now feels like recognition. What once felt like isolation now feels like a threshold, because this wasn't in your head. This was the quantum field trying to wake you up, trying to pull you into the version of reality that matches who you truly are, rather than who you learned to pretend to be. As your consciousness rises, you may start to notice something unusual. Subtle distortions in timing, encounters that seem orchestrated, conversations that arrive with uncanny precision, patterns repeating with exact meaning, as if reality itself is responding to your awareness. When you expand your perception, The universe expands its communication. This is not coincidence, it is guidance. Your vibration is shifting the architecture of your experience, and the world is rearranging itself around the frequency you now hold. The more you awaken, the more clearly you perceive the energy behind events, the intention behind circumstances, the hidden layers of meaning woven into moments that once felt ordinary. This is the beginning of a new stage of your awakening, where the boundary between inner and outer dissolves, and you begin to witness the subtle intelligence connecting everything you experience. And if you're awake now, truly awake, you'll notice something strange start happening around you, because nothing is coincidence, and the universe uses signs to guide you toward the next step of your evolution. The communication becomes clearer. The synchronicity becomes undeniable. The path becomes illuminated by signals you once dismissed as imagination. What happens next is not an ending but an initiation, a doorway into a deeper understanding of perception, energy, intention, and the quantum communication that surrounds you at every moment. If this resonates with you, if you feel a quiet recognition rising within you, share it in the comments. Write "I awaken," or "I see beyond," or "I am expanding," so your consciousness can affirm the shift you already feel as we move together into what comes next. If this message reached you, it wasn't random. You aligned with it. Tell me in the comments. I always felt different. Your awakening becomes real the moment you say it out loud. Like this video so it reaches others who feel the same. Subscribe so you don't walk this path alone. And watch the next video, because once you understand the signs, your entire reality begins to shift.